Hey, what's up you guys? So today's video is going to be about the company called Furnished. I would pretty much make a review of that company. If you don't know, it's a so-called medium stays company that is offering obviously medium stays to the people who have the properties. It's not a short-term rental. There are pretty much three types of the ways you could utilize your rental property. One is short-term, when you rent it for 1 to 3, 5 days, maybe some week, or medium-term rentals when you rent it from 1 month to 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and obviously traditional rentals when you rent a property for 1 year. Now, traditional rentals stop working in the places like California because the rent just doesn't make sense. The rent sometimes is much lower than the mortgage on the property because the property prices skyrocket. And companies like Furnished Finders, they help to find people who require longer stays and who are looking for the lower prices than on the websites like Expedia or VRBO or Booking.com. I had experience as a property owner and as a guest on the Furnished Finder, and I decided to share this experience that I had with you guys, that you could get valuable information. Hope this video will help you to operate with this website. Now, idea itself is very perfect. There is definitely need in the market for this type of properties because, again, the people in California, in New York, in some other states that have overvalued properties, they are not able to keep up with investment properties and have their mortgage paid. They have to have some creative solutions. One of them is medium-term rentals, which Furnished Finder is made for. The interesting thing about this company that is, from what I understood with my research, is privately owned. If you would go to the Crunchbase, that's a website where you can track who invested in which company. Any company you would put there, you would get a list of investors. There is no investor. So conclusion I make is it's privately owned. I believe it's located in Colorado. I had also experience as a property owner and same as a guest. The difference from all other websites that are present in the industry is even on Zillow, if you type that you're interested in certain property, someone will get back to you. If there's this function, it's not available on all properties, but sometimes you can message to the owner or realtor. I started to get messages. I get like 10, 15, 20 messages, and I obviously reply to them. But then when you reply to them, you don't get an answer. It's like almost Facebook Marketplace. If you list something, hey, is this item available? And then you get back to the people and they don't get back to you. So it's pretty much something similar to that. Now, I don't know why it's happening. Probably people not taking the website seriously, or it's not really user-friendly. But most of the time, I had a property there for 1 year, and we haven't had a single person who would really come and rent from us. The problem I think is in couple places. First of all, they have very low budget on marketing because it's not as popular as other websites in the space. It's not like Zillow, it's not like Airbnb, it's not like Craigslist. People don't really, they go there probably, from what I understand, they register and then they log out and never come back and check the message. Now, as a guest, I had a similar experience again. I had a property. I do host lots of refugees now from Europe. I work with non-profit companies. This is just one part of people whom I host. Other part are insurance housing companies that we offer replacement housing to, and sometimes we host big chunk of our properties are rented by the construction companies. Now, I had one of those non-profits who were looking for the properties, and we were actually, back in the day, we were out of properties. So what happened, I started to reach out to the people who had their properties in Furnished Finders, and this is weird, but I left about 20 messages and only one of the property owners got back to me. What happened is I went to see the property. It was not furnished. The website is called Furnished Finders, and the property was unfurnished. It was just a remodeled garage. I think it was unpermitted from what I understood, and the owner was asking for about $4,000 of rent. And come on, like, this is not realistic. I mean, if you would go to any apartment building, it will be probably less. So that was my experience as a guest. I don't know why, but for some reason people just don't take this website seriously. Personally, I think there is definitely a huge need for this type of company, and unfortunately the way this company operates is, business model is they make a profit from pretty much letting the property owners to advertise their properties. I think the charge was somewhere around $150. It's super cheap, but comparing with all the volume they are getting, it's a significant amount of people. However, again, since the staff is very limited, I think they have 11 to 50 employees. That's what the Crunchbase is saying. They are very limited with their resources. This website is actually a perfect example of getting what you paid for. So you pay like a very low amount of money, but then you don't really get a huge amount of inquiries that you could really place in your properly. Personally, I think what needs to be fixed, first of all, they need a good investment in this business. They need a good marketing, they need a good operations team, and they need to at least handle transactions, the part of them or insurance part, so that people would rely on this company and start to rent. Even the guy whose property I visited, it was a family, they were like kind of picky about that. They were like requiring 2 months of deposit. By the way, California just passed the law, if you didn't know that. They stopped allowing collecting deposit that would be more than 1 month of the rent. So that was my experience. Personally, I think if these guys would not fix this part of their operations, they would not interact with clients, because they have the data of the clients and they could just make a call and ask, hey, you guys got an inquiry, why you're not replying? Follow up with people, it will start to lose market share. For now, it's only company that is offering that. By the way, this is a perfect business idea, but I think if there would be a company, the second company that would take over the market, of course, there are like similar stays offered on all websites like Booking.com, Airbnb, but there is no single company that is focused on the longer stays. And if there would be this type of company, it will overtake the market, and I think there is definitely a need for this type of company. Anyways, this was my honest thoughts about Furnished Finders. If you guys think that this video added value, please do not forget to push the like button and share your thoughts on the comments. See you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye.